This hour of the show is brought to you by Tuft & Needle, the highest-rated custom foam mattress in the world, with prices starting at $350 and free delivery. Try it for 100 nights risk-free. Check them out at tuftandneedle.com. From the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. We invite your calls toll-free this hour. The phone number is 888-825-5225. Joining me for the first couple of segments of the hour, Christy Wright, with the creator of Business Boutique, a woman's guide for making money, doing what she loves. And she'll be with me here for you ladies to answer business questions, startup questions, or operational questions, or wherever you are running and starting a business. This movement has exploded and has become a hugely popular situation. So Christy's coming on with me periodically. And because we're getting very close to launch day for her new book, Business Boutique, that's coming out 1 week from this coming Monday. Hard to believe it is here. Welcome, Christy.
Thanks for having me. I can't wait.
I can't either.
Counting down.
We're there. By the way, the phone number again, ladies, 888-825-5225. So it's funny when you work on a project for 2 years,
right?
For it to actually come to the launch date is it's a big deal.
It is, and it's felt very gradual, but then all the time, at the same time, it feels like, man, just in the blink of an eye, here we are. 1 week from Monday, like you said, we'll be in New York, and all that hard work from so many people, you're going to get to see it come to life and fly in the marketplace, which I'm really excited to start to see how it catches on and the people that it's going to help, because I really know that it is. Yeah,
once people actually get it in their hands, that's a big deal, because, of course, a lot of you have pre-purchased it, which was smart on your part, and the pre-sales will still be available up until 1 week from Monday. And if you purchase it, you get a bunch of other goodies with it. About $60 worth of items, bonus items come with it, and that includes the ebook for Business Boutique. It includes, of course, the hardback book for $19.99, and then you spend that $20, we give you the ebook. We also give you the audio book, the digital audio book read to you by Christy, and of course, immediately, all of that comes on the 17th, and then immediately we will send you out a guide, a PDF marketing guide that is done by Christy as well, and a video too. So about $60 worth of stuff included if you pre-purchase. You can pre-purchase it at businessboutique.com, daveramsey.com. But if you pre-purchase it somewhere else, that's cool, like Amazon or, Barnes & Noble or booksamillion.com, that kind of a thing. That's all cool. Just make sure you come to our website and put the information in, because we are the ones that give you the free stuff. And so just give us proof of purchase and all that kind of stuff. And so we're really rolling out there. So again, ladies, if you want to talk to Christy, she's here for you. The phone number is 888-825-5225. Business Boutique, a woman's guide for making money, doing what she loves. You identify one problem in the book, and I think it's a universal business problem, but it has a unique twist with ladies, and that is this idea of how to sell your product without being pushy.
Right.
Talk about that.
It's interesting, because one of the things that people ask me all the time is why I wrote the book specifically for women. Now, it's a business book, so certainly the principles apply regardless. You've read it. You know that this works regardless. But what's interesting is I think how we're wired as women is we have unique opportunities and challenges that we bring to business. So, for example, I didn't spend any time in the book talking about customer service, because you don't have to teach women to be relational. We're naturally relational. But the fact that we're relational makes other areas difficult, like policies or pricing or selling. And so we have this idea that if we sell, that it means we're pushy or aggressive or we're twisting someone's arm. But the focus is really in the wrong area. And instead of focusing on what you're trying to push or your agenda, I want you to focus focus on how you're helping people. Because when you focus on how you're helping people, you can't help but sell because you want to help them. So if people ask me about the Business Boutique book, they're like, will this book help me? I'm not like, oh, I don't know if it will. I'm like, heck yes, it will. Like, you need this. If you apply this to your business, you will win. I'm so confident in it because I'm focusing on how it's going to help that person. So in your business, focus on the needs that you're filling, on the problems that you're solving, the ways that you're helping, because that's why we're in business, is to help people.
Somebody that is a pushy, overly aggressive salesperson, man or woman, is highly unattractive.
Absolutely.
And to me, it's a different kind of unattractive if it's a lady and a man, and and ladies look at me and look at you when we're talking about this and we're out there on the road teaching Business Boutique, and they say, I don't want to be that woman.
Right.
Because we all know that woman.
Right.
We all know that guy, too. It's not, but we all know that woman. I don't, every time you see her, she just, and what it amounts to is they're transactional.
Yes.
Rather than relational.
Right.
And the idea that all I want from you is something I can take from you.
Right.
Rather than some way I can serve you.
Exactly.
And that is a distinct difference in the spirit, and people feel that.
They do.
When you're selling them something.
They do, and the opposite is also true. When you do it the right way, when you share your heart and you serve people like we teach through Entree Leadership in the Business Boutique, then the sale is effortless. You're not having to push anything. Now, we all have probably had a bad experience with a pushy sales guy or woman, and that's framed our entire idea of sales, but that's not what sales is. When you serve people well, then the sale is effortless. They want to buy from you because they know you, like you, and trust you because you served them well and you solved their problems.
Chris Brown and Ken Coleman and I were in Philadelphia day before yesterday, and yesterday for that matter, doing we did we did the Smart Money event up there, and Ken and his wife stayed over with Sharon and me, and we all went to dinner last night. A really nice restaurant in Philly, really top notch. Waiter comes up and starts describing the chef's tasting menu. My mouth's watering right now.
Just thinking about it.
Right now, my mouth is watering. And you know what? He didn't sell us. He just told us what was in it.
That's right.
And he wasn't pushy. He was pulley.
Right.
But he wasn't pushy. And we bought the most expensive thing on the menu, all of us. The whole table did. And we loaded up. It was awesome. It was a great meal. And do we feel like he somehow abused us, or didn't serve us? No, he was a great server.
Right.
Think about the way we use words in those situations. And that's all you need to be in business, is you need to just serve people, just love people well. But you need to be not ashamed of what you're doing. If you're ashamed of what you're doing because you're more afraid of being that woman or that guy than you are, at least saying, hey, here's what we do. We're the best at it. We can help you with this if you want help. I mean, if you want the chef's tasting menu, it's expensive.
Right.
But it's good. You won't believe it. You just won't believe it.
When you teach people in business and life, for that matter, you teach people how to treat you. So if you are walking around every day with your shoulders slumped and your brow furrowed and you're just looking so sorry, you're so apologetic all day, every day for this business, then people are going to believe you. They're going to think you have something to be sorry for. So instead, put your shoulders back, hold your head high, because like you said, you believe in this. You believe in what you're doing. And when you communicate that, the other people will get that.
Yeah. And again, it doesn't require that you be aggressive.
No, not at all.
In a over-the-line kind of way. If you'll just step back and be confident and present what's there, they'll buy the chef's tasting menu.
That's right.
But yet, just present it. That waiter didn't crowd our personal space. He didn't slap his hand on the table. He didn't do anything like that. There was no sense of we're being pushed into something, and it was just like, well, this is it. Oh, and the man stepped back, and we stepped right into it. He was not pushy. He was pulley. Christy Wright's with us, a business creator of Business Boutique, a woman's guide for making money doing what she loves. The book comes out 1 week from this coming Monday. One of our favorite things to do on the show is to highlight businesses that know how to do it right. Well, Tuft & Needle is one of those businesses. If you haven't heard about them, they're a mattress company, but not just any mattress company. Tuft & Needle offers a refreshing mattress buying experience. They educate their customers while keeping it simple. But the fact is, Tuft & Needle is the highest rated mattress in the world. They're made with their own custom foam backed by a risk-free 100-night sleep trial and made right here in America. With prices starting at $350 and free delivery. Check them out at tuftandneedle.com. Joining me this half hour, answering your questions, ladies, the creator of Business Boutique, a woman's guide for making money doing what she loves. Christy Wright is with us. The phone number is 888-825-5225. The book tour begins 1 week from Monday as the new book, Business Boutique, comes out. Sure to be an instant bestseller, and many of you have pre-purchased it, which is a great idea because you get $60 worth of stuff, including the audio book and the ebook and a PDF on marketing, all from Christy. And just go to DaveRamsey.com or BusinessBoutique.com and get that done. Also, we will be in Atlanta, Georgia. Christy and I will be week after next, April the 19th, doing a Business Boutique one-day event. 2 days later, we'll be doing a Business Boutique one-day event in San Antonio, Texas. There are still tickets available to those two. Both of them are approaching a sellout. We'll have a room for about 1,500, and both of them are sitting at about 1,200, just to let you all know. I don't know if we'll get there exactly or not. We'll let you know where we are when we get there, but we look forward to having that. What we do know is going to be a sellout, because it usually sells out 6-8 weeks early, especially with the launch of this book, is the 3-day event, November 2nd through the 4th in Nashville. So the November big event, Business Boutique, I don't know, we need to give it some kind of a different name. I guess the other one's the 1 day and this is the real one, or whatever. But 1 day is awesome. But the 3-day version is you just leave completely transformed, without a doubt. That's in November. That has always sold out, and no doubt with this brand exploding like this, it will be completely sold out way early, and you'll want to be getting your tickets as early as you possibly can on that one. So very cool stuff. All right, Christy is with us in San Antonio, Texas, with a question for Christy. Hi, Christy. This is Christy.
Hi, Christy.
Hello.
Thank you for taking my call.
Yes.
I want to start a side business. I have 2 ideas, and one I have experience in, one I have a little bit of experience in a volunteer capacity. And I know, listening to Warren Buffett, that I need to focus on one item.
What are your ideas? Do you mind telling us?
Not at all. I sew, and now I'm making frames. So I'm making flags, like the Texas flag. I'm hand quilting it. And then I'm making the frame out of cedar and, varnishing it, and I'm branding it with branding irons. Like the Texas one says, God bless Texas.
That's fun.
So I have that, and then I've sewn before. I used to do, many years ago when I stayed home with my kids, I did wedding dresses, bridesmaid dresses, and then I did craft shows, pillows and color book coats and tooth-fairy pillows and grandma paddles. I have experience in all that, but you don't really make a lot of money in that. And I don't know how to price with the labor to add to what the product is. And then if you add the hours that you work on it, it's hard to sell if you want to get paid a decent amount per hour. My other idea is I want a concession trailer because I love to cook.
Okay, 5 years from today, you're doing something 8 hours a day. Which one of these do you want to be doing 8 hours a day 5 years from now?
I would like to cook the concession stand.
Okay.
So I would like to get it and then just, like buy it as a shell and then finish it out as I can afford it. You know what I mean? So I don't have no payments. They go to the event. And that I could do now on the weekends. I could start just by having
Gotcha.
hamburgers, just bring a grill.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sure. Well, it's great. That's one of the best parts of starting a side business is you can start really small. So what is the lowest hanging fruit in that for you? Maybe it's buying the food truck or the concession stand, whatever. Maybe it's just starting to cook in the area that you want to and catering small events. You can baby step your way into this. Dave, we've talked about this before where people think starting a business is this grand declaration. You're going to jump off a cliff and you are starting a business, but really just start helping people. What's the low-hanging fruit? What are those quick wins of ways you can help people and baby step your way into it and build it up on the side? But I love that question. Where do you want to be in 5 years? What do you want to be doing then? And that's a great indicator of the one that you should pursue. So it's pretty simple. You just baby step your way into it. What's the low-hanging fruit of starting now and growing slow? Because we certainly recommend that you never take out any type of loans or debt.
Very good. All right, in Vancouver, Washington, Malia is with us. Hey, Malia, how are you?
I am good. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Sure. Your question for Christy Wright.
My business partner and I launched shortly after the Phoenix Business Boutique, and I already pre-ordered the book.
Awesome.
And we were getting a lot of traction with a blog, and an Etsy shop related to supporting moms in their parenting and supporting their children through educational problems. But the last several months, every time we start to get a little traction or a little more forward momentum, one of us has an emergency. Her husband went on disability and she had to go back to work full time. I just was out for a month and couldn't focus on our business for a month due to a medical emergency. I guess I'm just looking for a little encouragement on how to recover from those things and get back on track.
I want to tell you, your struggle is something that the fact that you are still even asking this question shows how much you love it and how much you really care about this business and believe in what you're doing. So I think you are on the right track, the fact that you're even asking. But you know what? I just want to encourage you that you're doing a really good job. Like anytime life throws anything at you, it's going to be natural to get distracted, to get sidetracked. And you need to take that time. You need to take that time to reset, to reevaluate, maybe reset your goals and even push those goals back. I work with women all the time on goal setting, and we think that if we fall short of a timeline on a goal, that it means we failed. You haven't failed at all. You are just going to readjust. Sure. This was an experiment. You're going to readjust your time frame on your goal or your numbers on your goal or what your expectations are yourself. I'll tell you right now, I have 2 kids at home and kids. I don't know if you guys have families, but that will derail your efforts really quick. You can't expect everything life's going to throw at you, but I'm really proud of you for even asking that question and caring enough to stick with it and keep thinking through, what this looks like moving forward given our new situation. But, you guys need to take the time to readjust and reevaluate based on what you're going through. And
you be willing to ask of yourself and everybody involved in the venture hard questions. Is things like, does this change our start date? Do we turn it off for a little while and say we're gonna in 6 months from now we're gonna evaluate? Do we